guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kyuujin Cosplay, and today we're back again, you guys, with Hunter x Hunter. Episode 101.
Yes, Killua is about to fight a tentacle monster. He said he's not a, what's the word in English? Octopus? He said he's not an octopus, so figures. He's a chimera, a parasite chimera. When he's infesting a human body, he basically holds some sort of sniper, which is pretty cool, and he was attacking Killua with the help of the owl. Well, it's not really an owl, but the help of the other chimera that can basically tell where he is every time. So he's facing that octopus with many other chimeras that are pretty good in water, and he is surrounded by water.
Yeah. Good luck, buddy.
I mean, it's Killua. He managed. Like, he got some of the tentacles and he's using them to stick to the ceiling. So that's pretty cool. But I'm interested to see how Killua's gonna manage to get out of this situation. And meanwhile, Gon is talking with the chameleon about maybe teaming up. So that's pretty cool. And we have many other fights also. Well, one other fight getting ready to get started. At least. Well, no, that's not true. Knuckle and Shu didn't get to fight the cheetah. But the cheetah is on its way to learn a few tricks from the guards. And the cheetah and the lion are going to team up and probably fight Killua. Because this is all the tactic to buy time, basically.
Yeah, so yeah, let's watch it, guys.
My recap is a bit all over the place. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It is kind of early for me. So let's jump in this episode and see what happens. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more of these episodes, guys. And if you want to see the full reaction, full length to this episode, check out Patreon. Link is in the description.
Alright, guys. Let's go. Mostly.
Anyway, so it's the Gon tactic, I feel like, you know? You would be an adult, you know, in this world without the kid's naivete that we talk about when we say that Gon sometimes is naive and stuff. Because he's really quick to trust people and enemies even. Like we saw it with the chameleon, you know? It doesn't take much to get, you know, to get his trust, because he just genuinely thinks that people are nice.
But you know what? That's the thing with the world in general. Usually, when you grow up, things
lose that a little bit.
You lose that innocence, but things became so much more complicated, complex, and you understand that nothing is all black or white. There's gray in the middle, and usually you can see why people could be bad people and good people at the same time. But we tend to forget something that it all take just one smell, just
black
one
and white
kid's
thing.
innocence to just, you know.
You would know, but the black and white thing would be a kid's idea of, you know, you're evil or you're nice. But with Gon, it's that he's got this sweetness that I link to the fact that he's still a kid. About, you know, how people who say they want to help genuinely want to help. You know, there's no manipulation, no lying. He's not naive. You know, he's had his fair share of experience, and that's a thing that would happen. You know, when you're an adult and you face many people and you've been double crossed and you've been betrayed.
Yeah,
you lose that.
Mistrust people easily.
Yeah, but Gon, at least I don't remember him ever being betrayed. Like, he's found friends left and right, and even his enemies sometimes tend to just help him out, you know?
Hisoka, that's for sure.
The people on
he
Blue
doesn't
Diamond.
like the Phantom Troop members, so we're not gonna talk about them. But yeah, even though the serial killer tried to cut him up with Killua,
but yeah, he
ended up being nice to him.
He gives them the benefit of the doubt always, and he's very quick to change his opinion of it. And that's why he's friends with Killua. You know, he doesn't. I think he was also, we talked about this a little bit at the beginning of the show, but he's so quick to becoming friends with people because he wants friends, you know, he wants to reach out. He didn't have that, so he's quick to reach out for friends, although I think because of his experience now he's not above changing his opinion of someone. You know, if he thinks you're his friend and then you do something that he will, you know, see as terrible, he will switch. Like we saw it with the chameleon. He basically threatened him. So
you caused me, you're dead.
But then I feel like this character trait of Gon has bleeded onto Killua, no pun intended. It's bleeded over to Killua because Killua, as an assassin, should not trust anyone but himself and his family. So for him to save an enemy's life, where he's usually very quick to kill someone and stuff because he doesn't care.
Thanks God.
No, and I mean it's the reason why he saved him is very Killua. You're pretty cool. Let's go. Like he became friends with Gon for that. I mean he's just you. I'm looking at you. You're cool.
Gon became friends with Killua because of the skateboard, and Killua became friends with Gon because he seemed like a cool guy.
But that's the thing. Like both Killua and Gon, in their own way, are very detached. Their sense of morality has been warped because Gon grew up on the island pretty much alone, no friends and stuff. So when he's out there, he's got that naivete. But Killua, being an assassin, cannot look at an enemy and be like, you're a terrible person, because he's killing people. So I think he looks at enemies more like, you're an assignment. I need to get rid of you to get to my goal. And the goal is to help Gon. So in this case, he saw the octopus, enemy, need to kill, good. But he doesn't keep it against them that, they're killers or, they might be terrible people. Because, I mean, that would be selfish as fuck. Hypocrite. That would be hypocrite.
Yeah.
So I think that you prove to him that you can be cool. Like, he showed him something he liked, loyalty. And something that he wants to have with Gon, something that he shares with his friend, something that he recognized in that octopus, and he's like, well, you're pretty chill, I'll save you. But I think that is because he became friends with Gon. I think it's Killua's personality, but with Gon's influence that led to this. And it shows that it can help, because when you don't trust people, when you don't make friends, when you don't have allies, and when you don't give the benefit of the doubt to the enemy sometimes, you end up alone.
Yeah.
And yes, it's true you cannot trust everyone, but in this case, it saved Killua's life, and I'm pretty darn happy about
it too. But going back to Gon, I think that one thing that right now I liked about him is that, like you said, as a kid, he's so much optimistic and hopeful about people in general. Like you said,
when he starts,
he always gives them the benefit of the doubt. He trusts them at first glance.
Unless you're Neferpito.
Yes, unless they're Neferpito.
Unless you do something. But that's the thing.
Unless you do something, he's gonna trust you.
Everything about Gon,
he'd be okay with you.
But that's the thing. Everything about Gon can change and switch to I hate you, I'm gonna kill you if you hurt his friends, or if you standing in his way. Basically, if you hurt him on a personal level.
If you destroy that image he has about you, that you're a good person, he's gonna destroy you.
But you'll have some heroes who will
I'm fearing the time that this optimistic and this...
He will lose it?
He will lose it. When that thing's gonna be shattered, what will become of Gon?
We're gonna lose Gon. We'll see. Well, maybe it's not gonna happen. But yeah, no, honestly though, like, Gon is capable, he's like a switch basically. Everything is optimistic, he's got optimism, he's naive, he trusts in people. But then the switch is, if you hurt him on, a personal level, if, you stop him, if you hurt his friend, or if you stand in the way of his current goal, basically, that switch can turn to murderous intent pretty quickly. And some people would say that's normal, but there are people, actual heroes, who are capable of keeping their personal emotions out of the situation. If someone hurts you on a personal level, but then they still deserve to be saved, you will save them even though they hurt you. Sometimes we see people like that, and it's not something I want to ever, be faced with, a situation like that. But I always respect the people who can, sometimes, or I'll give an example that's pretty realistic, but your mother, your son has been killed by a teenager who was, who freaked out, had a gun, shot your kid. He's still just a kid. The mother finds it in herself to forgive the kid. Some people are like that. Gon is not like that. I don't think so. I think Gon, if you hurt him on a personal level, completely switches. He will attack you, and that's it. He won't see... he won't see sense, and he won't give you another chance. But that's one extreme, and the other extreme is that he becomes friends with enemies really easily. Yeah. So he's two extremes basically, and Killua is good at keeping him in the middle sometimes, but usually is one of the extremes. So yeah, so that's gone, and I think he influenced Killua a little bit. Not that Killua wasn't keen on becoming friends with people, but I don't think trust was a thing, and that leads me to his training, and I wanted to talk about his training a little bit because we got to see in this episode why it doesn't work, why it's so nocive to learn through pain. Basically, he's never, he's been trained in a controlled environment. They would not kill their golden boy, of course, so they never tortured him to the point of, to the brink of death. But they made him very used to pain, so he endures. We said it before, we hate that side of him because it ends up like this, him bleeding out and stuff. But it's not the first time that Killua has put himself in danger, and he's willing to suffer, and he's willing to put his body through a lot in order to get his goal, because he's been trained through pain.
True. And
the thing is, I think since he's been in a controlled environment back home where they never let him get that far, they never let him reach the point of death or close to death. So he takes on, but he doesn't realize that eventually he will take on too much, and that's when he will experience this. And it kind of freaked me out that he was fascinated by the process. It's something he's never felt before, and he was more, he wasn't freaking out. He wasn't afraid because he didn't really know what it was. For someone who suffered so much to be like, whoa, that's a lot of blood.
I was fascinated by it because in his twisted mind, he used to be an assassin. Right now he doesn't kill for assignment, but he used to be an assassin.
Well,
he killed people for job,
Well, I don't think he ever, he's done his training, but I don't think he ever really became an assassin. He's been trained to be an assassin.
Did he kill people when he was younger?
He probably. But that could be part of his training. I don't know if he ever graduated.
But I think that in his own twisted way, he kind of saw what people are feeling when you're close to death or you're dying. Because when you're on the other side of the assignment, you don't know that.
That's not how I saw it though. Like I don't think it was emotional as much as analytical. Like he didn't understand what was going on because he's really detached from his body because of the training. I think he suddenly his body wasn't responding, and he was like, whoa, what the fuck? Like that's the first time my body doesn't respond to me. So what's going on? And then, that's a lot of blood. Like, it's just very analytical. What's going on? What's happening to me? And then he's like, oh, okay. Oh, I think I'm dying. Fuck, I think I'm dying. Oh. It was so detached that it freaked me out a little bit. But I think to me that's the nocive side of his training.
I'm pretty sure that after so much blood loss, you're not really there anymore.
Well,
Yeah,
I know, but he's been trained to not feel the effects of this. So I think it was just Killua finally seeing that, being hurt and putting yourself in danger and, suffering could lead to something permanent. and he just realized that he went too far this time. But because he once again did his tactic, which I'm kind of happy that he had this realization this episode. I hope it changes maybe how he fights others in the future, because eventually, because eventually you're gonna get killed, and I don't want that to happen, especially not against extras, in this show. I would have been pissed. I would have been so pissed if he had been killed by Aquaman. Oh boy. Okay, do you want to talk about anything else?
Yes, lastly, I want to just go back about the fact that once again we're proof that nothing is totally black or white in the situation. Like the octopus guy, well, not octopus guy.
He's an octopus, he just doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah. Decided to do a 180 and decided to save Killua because this little guy showed him kindness and saved his life. It's like not all the cameras are bad guy.
That's why it matters. Yeah. Well, chimeras, we talked about nature and nurture and stuff when we started this arc, and chimeras are not born evil. They're born with instinct. Some of them, yes, start to torture people and they find it funny and stuff, but that's because of, of how they were treated as animals and the little memories they remember and how they get treated as chimeras. So we talked about this, but they still have the potential for good, and we saw it before with Colt.
Yeah.
So, yeah, getting a chimera as a friend can help, especially when you need an army. So, an inside job. I mean, it's pretty cool. But yeah, so that was the episode. I'm happy Killua was gonna survive, and I don't know.
Boy.
I don't know what's gonna happen next episode. The lion, Leon, he's
Leon.
coming. So and we get to meet that doctor, another chimera maybe who turned. I don't know. But and we'll get to maybe see more of Gon and the chameleon.
Alright.
So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this episode with us. If you want to see the next one right away, it is on Patreon already. You can check it out if you want. The link is in the description below.
And if you don't, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube, which will be next week, guys.
Yes.
So see you then.
Bye.